Paris, man. How was that? How was the vibe out in Paris for you, man? Second Olympics you've been to. This one, stadium packed. First one you've been to, ain't nobody in the stadium, dog. What was the difference between the two?
The difference between the two, I feel like it's actually the same. But the first one, it was just like I'm practicing. I go into an empty crowd and just do what you do best in the stadium, just train. The second one is basically like the whole world is literally watching. You got 70,000 people in the stands, and you just gonna run. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like we waited too long in Paris.
They held you a long time.
But they said somebody ran on the track.
We didn't see it. We was in the stadium.
Yeah,
we was in the stadium.
Yeah, because like I'm looking like, so my heart was just beating fast. So I'm ready to run, and then it just went away. So if my heart was like,
your adrenaline came down.
Yeah, it went away. I feel like we all could have. You probably would have saw a faster race out of everybody.
I believe it.
Yeah. I believe it.
So I feel like the 9.7s, even the person that ran 9.91, we all could have ran something that the world was not ready to watch. It would have happened 5 minutes earlier. So I feel like the race was going to be faster than what it is, but you can't take that away. But the race was definitely one for the ages. Definitely one of the most beautiful races I've been a part of. And stuff just like, it all basically came down to who can dip the fastest.
Sure.
There's nothing else you can take away. Like, I feel like everybody that came to that final, you should be walking away proud because the medal ain't define your greatness. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that definitely was the most beautiful race I've been a part of in my track and field career.
No, definitely. I mean, it's the fastest race in history by the average of time. So it's the first. So before that, it was his race, 2012. But now it's this race. So you definitely was a part of history in our sport as the fastest race in human history. So that's definitely a great thing. Going through your phases, man, at what point, because we all know or you feel that you could have won that race. At what point you feel that?
If you go watch that race, I gave that race up when I got up.
Your transition.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go look at that race, I was killing them. And once I got my transition, I took a step backwards and then tried to run again. I lost that race. But you live and you learn. I ain't gonna tell nobody, but that race is not supposed to be won by none of them people. I lost that race. And old boy ain't never had pressure on the side of him because he already was locking up. And I'm seeing him locking up too. And Noah was just too far away. He can't even really see him because it basically was like a blank line. Can't really see nobody.
Can't feel that energy out there.
You can't feel nobody. Yeah. So it's just like that race was lost by my transition.
I always said that. I said, I look at your races and I can see in real time. If you transition nice and smooth and quickly, it's over. It's yours. If it's like a hitch in your transition and then you go, I was like, that's where it gets you right there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
If you go watch the race, like I was up, now back, and then start running again. That would really happen. Like I looked at it one time. I'm like, yeah, that's why I lost the race at, and then I didn't watch the race no more. So
yeah, when we was in the stadium, the first name that came up was your name. It was like, oh,
I was like, boy.
Yeah. I was looking. I'm like, don't let it be. I was like, if I won this, all these guys is trash. That's definitely what I said. I'm like, ain't no way.
Yeah, bro.
Ain't no way.
Because you ran less than them, you wasn't sharp, and you came out and pulled it out, right?
Yeah.
You did your thing.